Hey everyone, and welcome to my first X and Y breakthrough booster box opening. This is a brand new set. I think it just came out last week, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff for it here. I've got each of the Elite Trainer boxes, 2 booster boxes. I've actually got 4 theme decks, but the reason for that is simply that I'm going to open 2 to do on video, and I'm going to keep 2 sealed for my theme deck collection. The reason I buy extras is because the packaging on modern theme decks is so bad that when you open it, you pretty much have to destroy the box. So I bought an extra set just for my collection purposes. So those are just 2 of each deck. But let's go ahead and do an actual booster box. So we're going to do this in 4 parts as usual, 9 packs a day. And I know basically nothing about this set. Let me get focused in here. Whenever there's a new set coming out, I tend to keep myself in the dark. So I really have no idea what's in here, aside from what we can see on the box. We've got a Mega Mewtwo there. What the crud? We've got ourselves a Golden Zoroark. I don't know if that has something to do with the break, because the break's in gold there. We've got more of the Mega Mewtwo's, and over here we have a Mega Houndoom. So maybe some interesting stuff inside here. I'm not going to read all this out, but if you guys want to read all that, there's the text on the back. Kind of hard to read with all the plastic over here. But let's go ahead and actually get this guy open and get started. So I'm just going to rip through this plastic. Yeah, okay, I actually did pretty good. I don't know why, but sometimes the plastic gives me trouble, and it takes like the first little bit of the video just to open it. There we go. Alright, plastic, you can go sit on top of the theme decks back there. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. Let's get focused in. Oh baby. I think we're gonna do what we have not done in a long while, and we're actually gonna separate these guys by pack art. So there's usually 4 pack arts in each booster box. So we're gonna separate things real quick. So let me just do that. Actually, first let's take a look. So we've got, these are our 4 pack arts. We've got ourselves a Mega Houndoom, looking pretty sick. There's Mega Mewtwo, another Mega Mewtwo. I always mix these up. I think this is Mega Mewtwo X and Y, but I mix them up sometimes. And then we have the Golden Zoroark for some reason. So let me go and separate all those. All right, these beautiful 36 packs are separated into their own piles of 4 here. So I think we're going to do Mega Houndoom today. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's put these guys aside. We'll do these in other videos. I want to know, actually, what is your guys' favorite of those 2 Mewtwo's? I like this guy. I believe it's Mega Mewtwo X. He's my favorite. It's kind of big and bulky, but I don't know, I like him. Anyways, let's get started here with our first pack. I'm guessing that the card trick and all that crud's gonna be the same as usual. I'm hoping it is, because, oh my gosh, I'm already seeing an amazing card right on the front. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Oh my gosh. I'm so hype about this. Alright. So, as usual, the first video I tend to go pretty slow so we can actually take the time to look at all this art. Let's get to a good angle. How about right about there? Let's focus in. Okay, starting off with the Mewtwo Spirit Link, so not a big surprise. It's going to be involved with Mega Mewtwo, so that'll happen. Okay, we got ourselves a Cacturn, Dark type right there. There's Rainbow Energy. I don't know the last set that's had Rainbow Energy, but I know that's definitely not a new concept, Rainbow Energy there. There's what I'm excited about. We've got Suiart, my favorite artist in all of the Pokemon sets. By far, I love Suiart. And Teddiursa, one of my favorite Pokemon. It's so gosh dang cute. Look at this crud. I don't know, it's just, he looks kind of big actually. I don't know why he's so huge, but alright. Got ourselves a Scatterbug, looks like it's fall right now. We got Ralts. I feel like we've seen Ralts a lot lately, but I guess there's another one. Got that magical shot. Yo, look at how happy Pansage is. I feel like the monkeys kind of get a lot of representation in the games and in the cards, but I feel like a lot of people don't really like them that much. What is your guys' opinions on the monkeys? We've got Hippopotas there, steaming up those nostrils. Oh my gosh, what the crud? Oh, we got a Florges break, and I think this is the return, apparently, of the half cards. Or maybe it's just the sideways card. I don't know if this is supposed to have a second half that connects like you have with the Legends back in the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era, but that is kind of awesome looking. That's a good way to start the booster box, I guess. Floral Breeze right there. It's a really crazy looking card, but I guess I'm liking it. So I guess that's what that gold thing's about, so there's probably going to be a break version of Zoroark, but Florges Break. That is a new thing to look for, I guess. So let's see, what exactly does that do? Florges Break retains the attacks, abilities, weakness, resistance, and retreat cost of its previous evolution. So I guess you just put it on top of another card. It says, once during your turn before you attack, you may heal 30 damage or remove a special condition. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. I guess it's just like kind of like the level X's from back in the day, but it's sideways for some reason. So that's awesome. And right behind that, we have an Aromatisse. So that is actually a rare. So I believe the breaks take the place of your reverse holo. I think that's how that works. So that's pretty cool. So we get a rare and a break right there. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve that up. And actually, I've got some orange sleeves here, which I normally have, but this is actually a different brand. You guys recommended me the KMC brand, and I'm kind of digging it. I'm not sponsored or anything, but I used to use the Ultra Pro, so let me show you guys a quick comparison shot. Okay, so here are the two sleeves. The KMC on the left is kind of more shiny, and the orange is more of a red orange, which I don't really like. I like the color of the Ultra Pro better, but if you flip it over, Ultra Pro has these stupid tags on the front, and if you put a card inside there, it actually blocks it, so it's kind of annoying. I don't want that thing blocking it, so thankfully KMC doesn't have a stupid logo on there, so works for me. Go ahead and sleeve that guy up. Got our first sideways card. Look at that. All right, so let's go and get to the second pack here. Got another. Well, the whole video is going to be Mega Houndoom. Actually, I kind of wanted to ask you guys about this. Would you be interested in seeing some videos related to cards that are not necessarily openings? And by that, what I would mean is things such as reviewing different card sleeve types, or testing out the durability, like doing stress tests on them, or spill tests, or things like talking about how I organize my collection, stuff like that. Or just any random topic. Would you guys like to see that? Not necessarily in place of an opening. It might be on a separate day, or maybe if I just don't have anything to open that week, I can do that. But it wouldn't be like a regular thing like every week, but maybe just from time to time when I feel like doing it. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. Anyways, back to the cards here. We got ourselves an Ursa ring to go with that Teddy Ursa. Not nearly as nice of an art, but still pretty cool. Got a Fisherman. Looks like he's got one on the hook. We have a Magneton with this, gosh, how would you describe this art style? I guess like pastel, but we see usually a couple of these with each set. We've got a Doduo with a Doduo truck next to him. Yeah, we got that Ghastly right there, looking good. Am I still zoomed in? Yep, there we go. Actually, I kind of like that. I kind of like being right about there. Got a Spritzy, nice. Cacneo with that little figure dude. Oh, he's got that swagger, nice. We've got a Snover. Okay, so there's a reverse holo, so I guess that means we don't have a break inside here. I'm not sure if there's regular EXs and Megas and all that crud in here as well, but we'll find out. So Noibat reverse holographic, and a Smeargle. Cool to see him in here. I love Smeargle. All right. Okay, third pack here. So I'm trying to guess who would be all the breaks. We've got the Florges break there, which means we'll probably have some kind of Florges cards in here as well. I highly doubt they're going to have a break and not have cards to play with it, even though you could probably bring a Florges from older sets, but I don't know. The question is, can you play a Florges break on top of your Florges EX? Who knows? Okay, we've got a Professor's Letter. That's a returning trainer card, it looks like. There's a Staravia. Frogadier, nice. He's got a Froakie in there as well. Oh, Vanillite, one of the most controversial Pokemon, but I love them. What the heck? Why do they have Stiffen? Oh, look at that cute Zorua. Got a Skiddo. What the heck? There's another Noibat. Is that different from the last one? Well, I can't find it. Where did I put you? Yep, that's actually different. So the last one was actually a Sui art, which is awesome, and this one, still pretty cute, but a little bit different there. We have a Swinub, and right here we have a Parrot. Oh, we got Paris, one of my favorites as well. I know I've been saying that a lot. This is one of my favorites, that's one of my favorites. They just happen to be having a lot of stuff I like so far in this set. And to go with that, we have a Staraptor. Cool, let's keep going. Yeah. What the heck? All right, what is that doing on here? Let me show you guys real quick. We have, well, there's a Fennekin there. Kind of strange to see. I guess, I mean, they are pretty important X and Y, the starters. I just feel like I've been seeing a lot of Fennekin and all the starters just because I did a big month of starter stuff last week. But there we have a Snorlax with his plump body. Oh my gosh, Stunfisk. It has been a while since I've seen that. I don't know if I've ever pulled a Stunfisk card. I got a Fisherman. There's that Fennekin right there. We got ourselves a Magnemite. Another Ralts. Ooh, Chespin. Very nice. We've got a double starter pack. Another Noibat right there. And a Woobat, the double bat pack. Reverse holographic, as well as a Dodrio. Cool. So we've got the crazy first pack, but after that it's been pretty much just regular rares, but everything is new at this point, so it's all good. I just hope we don't get what we got in my X and Y booster box, the base set, because that CRUD gave me like 4 of the same guy. I think I got like 4 Malamars, which is all rare, so I'm like, why are you giving me so many of these? Either that set just lacked rares, or I just got really unlucky. Oh, here to go with those Ralts we got. We got Curlia looking like they're just dancing like crazy. Mr. Mime look at Mr. Mime, he's having way too good of a time back there. Okay, we've got ourselves a Starmie. Yo, Seeking. It's kind of funny. There's a sign in one of the old Pokemon games, in the Gen 1 games, that says Lapras is like the king of the sea. It's like, why say that when there's a Pokemon called Sea King? What the heck? What kind of fruit is that? It looks like some kind of dragon fruit, or some kind of melon, I don't know. Yo, there's that Froakie, and this time he's got Frogadier in the background. I kind of like how their art goes together. Oh, Sui Art Mischievous, very nice. It looks a lot better than that old Mischievous. Yeah, that one. What the heck? We've got a circle. It's a circle! Well, my movie recording just stopped because I took too long. My camera does that. But here we have a Cyndaquil. There's another Zorua, this time reverse holographic. And to go with that, we have a Vanilluxe. Cool. I don't think we have the Vanillish middle form quite yet. Okay, we got 4 more packs to go. I know this is kind of a long one, guys, so thank you if you decide to watch the whole thing. But like I said, I do like to go a little bit slower on the first part just because it's all new cards. It's fun to look at the art. That's my favorite thing about the new sets, is just looking at the cool cards and all that. Because I do play the game a little bit, but I'm mostly a collector, so just, you know, admiring the art and stuff is pretty much where it's at for me. Here we have a Floette, so that's pretty much confirmation. There's probably going to be Flabebe and, well, that'd be weird if there's no Flabebe, but there's going to be Florges here as well. Got ourselves an Assault Vest, whatever that is. Ooh, a Bryx in to go with that Fennekin. That's actually really cool looking. We have the most ridiculous looking Snubbull right there. Oh, we got Cubone. So many of the Pokemon I consider some of the cutest are in this set. It's awesome. We have a different Magnemite right there. Oh, there's Dad Pikachu. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. He's so happy. We have a reverse holographic Remoraid, and to go with that, Hawlucha! High Jump Kick. I think High Jump Kick was actually exclusive to Hitmonlee back in the day. I think he was the only Pokemon that could learn that. Which kind of makes sense. Like, how could any of the other fighters jump? Can you guys imagine? I guess a Primeape could jump pretty well, but I can't imagine, like, Machamp really being much of a jumper. But who knows? Honestly, back in the day, a lot of different types did not have very many moves. I don't think fighting had really any good moves. It had, like, submission and counter, and that was pretty much it. Here we have a Super Rod. Ooh, Dedenne having a fruit party. Kind of reminds me of those, like, little candies that look like that. We have Glalie Spirit Link, so I guess there's going to be a Mega Glalie EX somewhere in here. Let's hope we can get that one. There's that Cyndaquil with the ends of the logs looking like little buttholes. We have a Staryu. There's a Doduo. I think that's a different one. There's a lot of... I've noticed that a lot in recent sets. They tend to have Pokemon that have multiple versions of the same Pokemon within a set. There's a Ghastly and a Woobat. There's that Cubone again, reverse holographic, alongside a Bronzong. Cool. Okay, last 2 packs, guys. So Mega Houndoom has not been too bad. We got the first pack was amazing, but after that, Mega Houndoom has not really been pulling through for us. I don't think we've got a single holographic. I am, of course, making the assumption this set actually has holographics, which it completely might not, but I don't think there's ever been a set without holographics, so I would be surprised if there wasn't any. Okay, here we have a Fraxure. There's Heavy Boots. Some of the items in these things are kind of funny. There's a Wobbuffet. I don't know what he's blocking, but he's doing that mirror barrier. Got ourselves a Pikachu. There's Noibat, Cubone, Sandshrew. Cool. Another one that I think is adorable. All right, there's that Flabebe. We have Axew Reverse Holographic and yo, Mewtwo EX. Right after I complain about Houndoom not giving us too much, we got ourselves a Mewtwo EX. That's awesome. I'm guessing there's going to be the Megas in this set as well. Probably something to do with the break mechanic. But there you go, Mewtwo EX. Very, very, very cool. So I guess officially this is a pretty awesome start to this box. We got 2 in the first 9 packs already. So let's leave this guy up. And we got 1 more pack to go, so who knows, maybe we'll get that triple. Let's just find out. Rip it right open. Rip it right open. Oh gosh. We've got more Sui art, it looks like. I know a lot of you get sick of hearing me say that, but what can I say? Like I said, the art's the most important part of this to me, and I just think it looks nice. But here we have a Judge. There's a Town Map. Buddy Buddy Rescue. There's too many hands on those balls. And there's that Pansear with the Sui art looking nice. Not my favorite of the Sui arts, I gotta say, but still a pretty good one. We've got another Vanillite. There's that Panpour. I don't know why I keep saying that. There's that blank. Fill in the blank. Oh, we got Ralts with a Pokeblock. A different Zorua. So you guys have seen this. There's already been like a double art Doduo Ralts. Here's this different Zorua. There's a lot in this set. We have an Inkay. And to go with that, Another Dodrio. So we got ourselves our first duplicate rare, assuming this is the same Dodrio. So not the best end to things, but that is a pretty good first video. We got ourselves one of these new break cards, and we got ourselves the good old EX. So that is awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll come back tomorrow, do 9 more packs. Take care.